Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. Today we are running 7.1.6 Particle Protector and Micro Reflect. So whenever you hit your opponent, there is an 85% chance that those damage will be glanced, and if it's a hit is glanced, it cannot be a critical. And Micro Reflect is a portion of damage that is glanced off your opponent can be dealt back to the attacker. Now there's also another note that is size does matter. So the champions are divided into different sizes: XL, large, medium and small. So it'd be great if you can use large and XL champions as per the infographic, so you don't have to worry about your basic hits or your heavy hits or your specials. There's a complete list of it. The note is there, you can read it out. Some other options that work really well, not being large and XL champions, is a Namor, a Quake, a Domino with Red Hulk synergy will works amazingly here, and Archangel as well. You can also use Captain America and Infinity War with different synergies, but that's up to you. The boss is going to be Ice Phoenix again, and today we're going to take him down with the Colossus, so stay tuned guys for the takedown at the end of the video. Now before we go into the video guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot and keeps me going to make these videos. There's quite a few champions that can run for this path. The champions I'm going to run are going to be XL champions, Warlock and Venom. So with that, I don't have to worry about the glancing. I can just go in and hit the opponent and not worry about glances at all. Then I have two large champions, that is going to be a Colossus, and there's going to be also an Hyperion. Now Colossus, I will save him for the boss, but you can use him in the fight in the path as well. But with Hyperion, he's a large champion, so only your heavy hits and your specials do not glance, but if you use basic hits, they are going to be glanced off as well. So if you're going to use Hyperion or any large champion for that matter, make sure you only do parry and heavy and then use your specials. And of course there are always some anomalies in every path, so here is going to be Quake and also going to be Archangel. You can also bring in Domino with Red Hulk synergy. All you need to do is to stun and to parry and use your heavy, and you can rinse and repeat that and kill off everybody on this section. Another great synergy is another XL champion, that is Thing, and if you have a synergy with champion, you can use him to really run through this path very quick. There's a really nice video from one of my friends from my old alley, Mad Dog. His YouTube goes by the name of 30k units. I will link his video in the description down below. Make sure to check that out as well. And with this one, all you need to do is to parry and heavy, and once those neurotoxins levels start, the Micro Reflect will not work as well, so it becomes a simple and easy fight. You can do the same with any other XL champion. It will just be a long fight, but a patient one, and you can easily bring him down. Next up, it's a very tanky Kingpin. Now with him, you just need to be careful about his shrug offs, which if you parry him or if you give him bleeds or any of debuffs, he has a chance of shrug off, but once he has 10 debuffs, he converts them into fury, just like that. Then once he has furies, his attacks become unblockable. So I'm going to use in Venom, and you will notice that I will always only bait his special one out, not pushing him to an SP2, because he has a chance of getting unblockable on his SP2, and then he becomes a lot of headache. So the best way is to play against him is to just keep him to an SP1 and let him come near you, and you can just hit him and retaliate in that. You can also retaliate after a parry, but just make sure the parry sticks is not shrugged off, otherwise he will hit you quite hard. And that's about it for this fight guys. I'm fighting Venom, so you will notice every now and then I will throw in SP2 because I want more of the fury and the critical stacks instead of the armor break, so I'll just keep throwing my SP and converting them into fury so it can re-roll again and give another random buff. So yeah, so once you have that down guys, it's a pretty straightforward fight. You can use other champions as well. Archangel will work here as well. Hyperion will work as well. Also, any Excel champion will do amazing here. It's just a long fight. Next up is going to be another tanky champion, that is going to be Groot. Now with him, he's going to start with the Fury phase, so you can parry him in the beginning and get him into the healing phase, and then you can build up your Furies. In case of Hyperion, if you're using another champion, you can just parry and heavy. So like if you're using a Domino Trinity here, so you can just wait for the healing phase and then you can just parry and heavy and he will die of Incinerate. Now you will notice I'm waiting for his SP1 to launch in his Fury phase. Once he has that, I'm gonna get hit purposely, because if you get hit on an SP1, In Fury phase, you get a permanent armor debuff, and if you're running willpower, that becomes like a healing factor for you throughout the fight. So that works in our favor here. So all I've done is get that permanent armor break with my willpower kicking in, and I am just going to use my heavies, get those furies up, and use my SP2 to bring in the big damage. You can do the same with other champions. Namor works really well here on this path because anything that you reflect back is reflected back on the opponent because of SIG 200 Namor. You can also quake this, you can use Captain America Infinity War as well, and yeah. And then we have a Sabretooth here. Now with Sabretooth, try to bring in a heal block champion or somebody who can avoid, you can stop him from healing. In my case, it's going to be a Warlock, and I'm gonna stack up those toxins on him with the transparent virus so he does not heal back up, and I'm just gonna spam my parry into heavy. Now again with this path, it's Micro Reflect and Particle Protector. If you bring in large and XL champions, they totally negate those nodes and it becomes like a simple fight only with tanky champions. So if you bring in champions that are large and XL and have high damage, this path can be done very fast. Keeping that in mind, all I am doing right here now with Warlock is making sure the transmute virus is up so he does not heal up, and I'm just using my SP1s and SP2 and my heavy attacks to bleed him to death. There's quite other champions that you can use here as well. You can always quake it, you can always use Captain America Infinity War with a tech champion, or you can bring in Archangel as well. He will work amazingly well here also. Now the final fight before the boss is going to be a very tanky Sasquatch. Now it would be great if you bring in a size champion who is XL, so a thing will work amazingly well here. You can also use Hulk as well, you can use the Red Hulk as well, but I am limited by the champions I have, so I'm just going to bring in Hyperion and try to use my heavy attacks to build up those Furies, and then use my Special 2 and Special 3 to bring him down. Now after every 9 or 10 charges he goes into a Fury Rage mode, so for that I would suggest you guys to always keep him to an SP2 and you always have a Special 3, and you can just swipe back and waste the time on that Rage timer. If you get cornered, you can always use an SP3 to create the distance again, and once you have that down, you only need to take care about the final 30%. You will notice that I do die here on this fight, but usually I can solo him pretty easily with the Hyperion, but I make a mistake. And then I clean him up bringing Warlock, and because of his Transmute Virus he is heal blocked and he dies quickly. And the final boss fight is against an Ice Phoenix, who is a combination of Iceman and Phoenix. Now with her you need to be careful about her SP1 and SP2. We'll discuss the nodes now. The first node on her is going to be encroaching stun. So every 20 seconds you have to throw in a special. If you don't throw in a special, you get stunned for 3 seconds and she can retaliate on you. Apart from that, there is cold fusion as well. So if you are immune to cold snap and there's a cold snap applied on you through an SP1, then your defender gains 3 charges of power gain and she gains power very fast. Apart from that, there is also power buildup and also power overflow. So if you give her 2 bars of power, she will start getting prowess charges, and once she gets 10 prowess charges, her special attacks become unblockable. Now keeping that in mind, I would suggest you to only keep her to an SP1. The hands down the best champion against this fight is going to be Ghost. You can just use Ghost and you can easily evade everything, but if you don't have Ghost, there are other options. There is Warlock as well. There is also, in my case, Colossus as well. So if you'll notice that Colossus is very tanky, and when the champion swap was offered to me, I changed Archangel with another mutant champion, that is Omega Red. So I got a synergy with 2% extra damage with every armor up with Colossus. So I'm using that to bring her down faster. So you will notice that I am blocking most of the SP1s because sometimes I'm not able to dodge out the SP1. So because Colossus is very tanky and also this gives him extra armor staff, it means extra damage. So yeah, once you have that down, you can just go in and lay into her. Just make sure that you have an eye on the encroaching stun timer on the top left of your screen. Once it's about to cool down, you just go in and use your special attack. And with that in mind, you will notice that Colossus will give you a lot of chances to make mistakes and still come back and kill her off. She is one of the tougher bosses of 7.1.6, but with the right champions you can bring her down very quickly. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did guys, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, let me know what your strategy was. There will be a last path coming up tomorrow that is going to be Footloose. Apart from that guys, I hope you all have an amazing day and I'll see you next time.